Live now.
The Radio Wammo Breakfast.
Kiwi.
Time now to stare into the night sky with our astronomy friend. He's an astronomy enthusiast. It is Dylan Storey, with thanks very much to the Stardome Observatory. G'day there, Dylan.
Morning, Wammo.
Nice to see you. You've been out late last night staring into the night sky?
Yeah, well, you don't even have to be out very late these days.
That's true.
Yeah, the evening sky has got some treats at the moment.
Now, something called a conjunction, which sounds like something that you'd get in your eye. But
yeah,
but it's
well,
not.
you kind of do get it in your eye.
That's true. That is true. So what's a conjunction anyway?
Well, it's when a whole lot of planets come together. It's a planetary alignment, if you will. Because you can imagine all the planets, they're all going around the sun, whirring around the solar system, and every now and then 3 or 4 of them, by sheer chances, are going to line up. People talk about them all lining up. That never happens. With 8 planets, the chances of 8 planets lining up are so big that it's not going to happen in the 8 billion year life of the solar system.
Right.
But you quite often get the near planets lining up, and that's happening at the moment. So if you go outside tonight, look towards the west just after dark, and you'll see a very bright thing, brighter than anything else. It'll look like a very bright star, but it will kind of look slightly out of place because of its brightness. So that is the planet Venus. And above that, you'll sort of see these things before you see any other stars. So even if you're in Auckland with all the light pollution,
yeah,
you'll be able to see these 3 objects.
So the Venus, traditionally known as the wishing star.
The wishing star, yeah. It's also known as the morning star or the evening star because you only ever see it in the morning or the evening because it's orbiting closer in than we are, so it's always going to be near the sun. You'd never see it right over the other side of the sky opposite the sun. You know, it'll be up in the evening and it will suddenly disappear as its orbit overtakes us, and then it will appear in the morning sky again. So
then what else are we looking for? So we see Venus, and it's really bright, it's quite big, and then we're looking... Can't
miss it. So that'll be our marking point. So if we go just above Venus, we'll see 2 other things, and one of them will be red in colour. So that is obviously the planet Mars, the red planet.
Yep.
And it is distinctly red. You know, you can go outside. I was even just in the supermarket car park at Glen Eden last night and looked up, and there's Mars looking really bright and really red.
Wow, so even just with the naked eye?
Yep.
Okay.
You don't need anything else to see these. And like I say, you'll see them before you see any other stars, so you might not necessarily even see other stars. So then we've got Mars, and then there'll be another bright light just beside it, to the right, and that will be Saturn. And if you've got a really clear sky, that you'll notice a yellowish tinge to that, a yellow colour. Mm-hmm. And Saturn is a great thing to look at through a telescope. And if you come down to the observatory for the 8 o'clock show, at some stage that takes you all through the things you see in the night sky, how it works, the way things move, things like that.
Cool.
And if it's a clear night, you get to look through telescopes and you get to see Saturn. You get to see Saturn's rings, which is really amazing.
Quite a special moment to see something like that with your own eyes, rather than on TV or something like that. Just to actually, even though you're seeing it through a lens, all that's happening is it's amplified, so it's amazing.
Yeah, you can see it, a million pictures of it, but just actually see it is something special, and you get a lot of good reactions from people showing them Saturn. Yeah. Even though it only looks small, you can make out what it is, and you can make out the rings.
Yeah, absolutely astounding. So with the conjunction, is there a particular date where suddenly everything's in alignment?
Yeah, well, the planets never exactly line up, but they will be close to each other. So the maximum days we've got August the 12th, which will be where you'll have Mars, Venus, and Saturn all very close, all in a little triangle, and then on the 13th you'll get the Moon in there as well. So you'll have a kind of crescent moon with these 3 planets, and on those days Mercury will be visible too. It'll be lower on the horizon, so you'll essentially have 4 planets within about 15 degrees of space, plus the Moon. So yeah, August 12th and August 13th are they're probably the maximum.
Yeah.
But from now, like it's definitely happening from now. So if you go outside and you'll be able to see those planets tonight, and a good thing to do is to sort of track their progress from night to night. So you'll see Mars, and they'll visibly change position each night. So if you sort of watch where the red planet and the yellow planet are tonight, and then go out there tomorrow night, you'll definitely see that they've shifted in position. And so if you sort of track their movement through the next about 2 weeks,
Yeah.
then you will be able to see that arrangement change as time goes on.
Are there any theories about what these conjunctions have, or what sort of effect they might have on Earth at all?
There are all sorts of conspiracy theories which I come across quite often. Planetary alignments have some sort of gravitational impact on Earth, but I mean the sort of gravity that the combined gravity from these planets being in the same place is you can hold a grapefruit above your head, and that's got more gravity acting on you than those planets.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So and the other thing that the conspiracy theorists don't realize is that these conjunctions happen every few years.
Yeah.
And so there was one a couple of years ago. They have different intensities. You get different numbers of planets lining up. So a common one is that a planetary alignment in 2012 is going to destroy the world or something.
Yes.
But I wouldn't worry too much about.
No. Don't bet on that one.
Don't sell your house and go on a big binge or anything. Well, you can still do that, but the thing is that you got Jupiter and Saturn, the two largest planets. They're almost at opposite ends of the sky at the moment. So Saturn's in the west, Jupiter's rising later on in the east. They couldn't be further apart. And Jupiter takes 12 years to orbit the Sun. Saturn takes 29. So there's no way that Jupiter can get all the way back round to line up with Saturn within the next year and a half.
Huh.
So it's not going to happen. So even from a visual perspective, you can set your mind at rest quite easily.
Excellent.
And even if they did, like I said, a grapefruit above your head.
More effect, indeed.
Yeah, but watching, I would really encourage people to go outside and look at the planets tonight.
Yep.
Look at the west; they're really easy to see, even from light polluted Auckland.
I'm pretty sure the weather around the country is reasonably good for this as well.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Fine all over the country, so should be a good night for it. Thanks so much for pointing out the conjunction to us.
Worries.
And thanks for being our astronomy friends here, Dylan Storey.
Astronomy friends, yeah. And like I say, if you want to find out more about it, Stardome are doing the 8 o'clock show.
Perfect.
On the Sky tonight.
Nice one. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Wammo.
Here it goes. Dylan Storey, astronomy enthusiast. Time now here on Kiwi is 7:50.